Oh, you son of a bitch. Welcome to We Got a Case for a wild TPO hearing.
Pointing only at your backyard. What attachment of mine was that? I do not recall any.
I don't know what.
Okay, Your Honor, I don't have any more questions for them. Thank you.
Can I allowed to
Oh, I
say
have one. Sorry, I have one last one.
Sure.
That situation where my client is saying she was not yelling at your kids, and you said she was that day. Did you after that happened, did you walk onto her property?
It was at the edge of my property.
Did you walk over? You were mad, right? You were mad. You thought she was talking to your daughter.
I asked her not to speak to the kids like that. She doubled down and said, "Well, shut your fucking kids up."
Well, shut your fucking kids up.
But I don't think that's anywhere in that your statement, right?
It is in my.
Okay.
And it's in my neighbor's statement as well.
But you went on to.
I did not
You
go
did not go
onto
onto
her
her property.
Stayed on our side of the property.
Okay, Your Honor, that's all I have.
Great, thank you. Ms. Peterson, you wanted to tell me something else?
I just wanted to reiterate that on the April 29th, that with the.
We do
claim that
have
she
another
wasn't yelling
TPO
at the
that we
kids,
will
I
hear.
had asked her to not speak to them like that, and she doubled down and did say, "Well, then shut your fucking kids up." And my
Shut your
neighbor,
fucking
Dale
kids up.
Uppersold across the street, wrote a statement verifying that he witnessed.
Of Judge Manning.
And Ms. Cruz, do you have questions for Ms. Simmons?
I do. Kelly, I think there is I'm going to say two larger incidents in this case. The first one is an allegation of you yelling out of a window at the petitioner's daughter. Can you tell me about that day?
Yeah, I had been working in my office that day and had been hearing her dog in her backyard barking pretty profusely throughout the day. So I had heard her yelling outside of her garage, and I had opened my window because I was feeling overstimulated, and I had shouted out the window, "Shut up."
Shut
at
up!
no time had I sworn
Shut up!
at anyone. She then proceeded to come up and shout at me to stop speaking to her children that way. I let her know multiple times I had not addressed that toward children at all. I was addressing her and her dogs. And I had told her that she needed to, excuse my language, shut her fucking dogs up.
Shut
And
your
again, I was
fucking
not
dogs
speaking to
up.
her children in any way.
You son of a bitch.
She had walked onto my property shouting at me. I told her multiple times, "You need to get off my property. You need to get off my property. You're trespassing." She didn't want to listen until I and my partner had both stated, "You need to get off the property or we will call the police." She then walked back to her property and ushered her kids, who seemed fine, in the house. And that was the only interaction I had.
Okay, and then the second incident I want to talk about is an incident where one of the petitioners, Tashi, was out mowing the lawn. There was a conversation, correct, about that day?
Yeah, I had originally gone out there. I heard him playing really loud music from inside my home. And so I had gone out there to talk to him about it and then address the issue with his dogs getting loose. And as I had talked to him about that, everything seemed copacetic between us. We had agreed that we would converse with each other in this way from now on, and that if I did have any further issues with the dogs, that I could address it to him the way that I had handled it. As I said, I addressed the music, his dogs barking, as well as them getting loose at that time.
So would you say the conversation ended where you two are not necessarily friends, but it was an understanding that you two could talk about it?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And the last incident that I want to have you testify about is where the petitioners are stating that you held your phone camera up over the fence and you were recording them privately and there was a conversation. Tell me about who started the conversation and how it went.
I had walked outside and stood on my patio stairs, and I was just on my phone out there, not recording anything. Toshi had looked over his fence at me a couple of
Tashi.
times and then started
Wow, okay.
saying, I would consider it fairly sarcastically, "Have a good day."
Have a
I
good
had asked
day.
him, please do not talk to me, to leave me
Like,
alone.
well, like what the fuck?
He did not. He proceeded to continue to talk to me. He started talking to me about my cameras. I asked him again, please stop talking to me, leave me alone. I'm not recording you. It's my yard. Catherine then joined in and had said, I'm always out there recording them. I'd let her know I'm not recording any private areas. They also have cameras that I don't have an issue with. They proceeded to continue to talk to me, and I proceeded to ask them to leave me alone and no longer talk to me. It continued until I eventually just decided to go back into the house, where I proceeded to then have a panic attack, unfortunately.
Have a panic attack.
Those are the incidents that I want my client to testify about, Your Honor. Any other ones are in my client's statement, but at this time, I'd like to reserve a closing. Right now.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just looking at some evidence here after I've heard the testimony. So I'll be with everybody shortly.
Some interesting court cases today.
Your primary concern are probably two. One is the interactions you have with Ms. Simmons, and the second would be the cameras.
Yes.
Oh, cameras.
Ms. Simmons,
Ooh.
I'm gathering your primary concerns are noise. Is that accurate?
It was noise and then the dog coming
Okay,
into
the
the yard.
dog's right. The dog's gone. So,
Yeah.
what's your concern now?
Well, we were stolen from within the
Oh,
first few months of us moving in, and that is one of the reasons I
damn.
originally put up my security cameras, was to have better coverage of the street, as well as my front yard. And then I had installed the camera in the backyard for the dogs and then the barking, but I've stopped since recording any of the dogs. They're just now for security purposes.
Okay, but what's your concern now? Now that the dog is gone, do you have a concern with Ms. Peterson and Mr. Langton and their family?
No, I don't personally have any concerns with them. Mine would be security purposes since I was stolen from.
Okay,
We
now
will
to
be
clear,
live
you're not
tomorrow as
accusing them of
well.
stealing.
No, this was completely separate. Yeah, from that. This was in June while I was out of town. We had stuff stolen from our property.
And is there any purpose for you maintaining the camera on the tree?
My yard is open. It's not fenced. And so I have a back door that's over there. So it shows if anybody can come into my property, either from the reserve that's open behind it or from the side of my yard that is open. We're trying to work on getting a fence in the meantime.
Okay, You know, that one seems a little intentional to me, just looking at it. That's a bothersome camera. I don't, you know, you're entitled to have the cameras on your house. They're providing security that, you know, the view may spill over into neighbors' property. The one on the tree seems
TPO
intentional.
hearings.
So I'm having a concern about that.
Live Zoom
The
call
one on the tree was
reactions.
put there for the dog specifically.
Right, and the
I-
dogs,
I can move the camera if needed, but I would still like to have a camera in my backyard
I
somewhere.
might suggest you find a better location that doesn't make your neighbors think that you're watching everything they do.
I can certainly do that. If I had known that was an issue before, I would have moved it.
Well, they talk about it in their petition. So I think being a good neighbor, you would want to respond to that.
Be
In all the
neighbors,
years of
homes
doing these
there.
cases, and cameras come up a lot. It's the first time I've seen a camera in a tree.
A
So
camera in a
that's- like I
tree.
said, it
That is
seems intentional.
wild.
All right. Is there anything else you folks wanted to say?
Is it okay if I just read a short statement?
Shit.
Thank you for taking the time to hear us today and providing an opportunity to speak. We are asking the court to look at the pattern of conduct as a whole, rather than viewing any one incident in isolation. Our evidence and hers shows a series of increasingly concerning interactions over several months of yelling, profanity, recording and monitoring us, recording inside of our home from the street.
Wednesday we
confronting
have
us with hostility, and
another
using cameras to
TPO hearing.
monitor me, my husband, and child. Something important to mention is that most of the events in our evidence are not disputed by Ms. Simmons. In her declaration, she acknowledges yelling and using profanity on April 29th and June 17th, as well as recording that conversation with Tashi. Repositioning and maintaining her cameras that view our property. She also repeatedly describes herself as becoming frustrated, overwhelmed, and overstimulated. And while we're not asking the court to judge her feelings, we are asking that the court consider the repeated conduct that results from them. I have previously stated
He
done
did
my
grant
best to try to
the
remedy any issues
TPO.
with
We
the
did not
dogs.
catch that.
And finally, we're not asking
Unfortunately.
the court to decide on every disagreement or prevent Ms. Simmons from securing her property. We're only asking for a boundary that allows us all to live peacefully. As she says, we haven't had any contact since the 24th, and that's all we're asking for, is that the no contact order goes in place to maintain that so we can all enjoy each of our homes peacefully.
Ms. Cruz?
Thank you, Your Honor. I think that there are some key dates in this case. Sorry. The first being an incident where my client yelled out the window. My client said she did yell at a window. There was testimony that on that day, I'm not yelling at your kids. I'm not yelling at your kids. There's testimony that the petitioner walked onto my client's property. I would certainly say if that did occur, that they're not afraid of my client. There's some testimony then about a day where one of the petitioners, Tashi, was mowing. And I don't know if Your Honor had a chance to view the entirety or any of that conversation. But it seemed like they were getting somewhere. She said, "Here's my frustrations. You have a dog. They're barking. There's a video of the dogs barking too, and it's pretty incessantly. It's happening at 4 and 5 a.m. and it's
4 or 5 a.m. Shouldn't be
there's
letting the
quite a few of
dogs out
them,
at that
or there
time.
was at that time. So she
You
said,
stupid
"Hey," and they also
hoe.
submitted pictures of their dog actually on my client's property as well as in the street. I think my client, luckily, the firearm, the dog kind of looks like a fox. I think that they're lucky it didn't get shot. But nonetheless, my client, "Hey, I'm getting
Oh,
frustrated. You have this dog, it's getting out. Could she have come at them a little bit more
damn.
relaxed?" Yes, but she's getting tired of it. So she said, "Here's my concerns." She never stepped foot onto their property. And during that conversation, Tashi had admitted, "Hey, I think maybe, I wasn't there for that first incident. It's possible that my wife would have taken it, misinterpreted," was his word. And she stated multiple times during that, I was not talking to your kids. I just want the dogs.
To shut up is basically what
Stop.
she said.
And work on it. We'll try to work on it. I didn't know that they have since rehomed the dog. So I think that would take care of my say is stop talking to me. She's frustrated. She's clearly frustrated. And they go in a joking and artistic manner. Have a good day. And it is like that. I'm
Have a
not
good day.
Making it worse than it is. I think it's clear they're not afraid of her. And then they went on, I believe it was that day or the next day to file this protection order. But she says, stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. And it's have a good day. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
It's not being afraid of my clients.
Have a good day.
And anything that's poking her, that's pushing her buttons because they know she's frustrated. I think here what we have is two neighbors.
You shouldn't be
who
saying
don't like
that.
each
You
other,
shouldn't
and
be
I think all
saying
too often
that.
this court sees cases where neighbors
saying,
just don't like each
"Have a
other,
good
and then they run
You
to the court
stupid
and ask
bastard.
for a protection order when I don't think that that's necessary.
Stupid
During the
bastard.
conversation where Tashi was mowing, he had said, I would like if we could have conversations like this. This does a lot more than anything else, any of the other encounters that they've had. So what did my client do? She walked over to knock on the door. Nobody answered, whether they were home, I don't know. And now they're saying she's trespassing. So she was trying to do what he asked. So first of all, I don't think there's a course of conduct here. I think if we're saying yelling out the window is one of them, I think we could say, okay. I don't think the conversation where he was mowing, I don't think that is harassment. It ended just fine, that they don't have to be friends.
Yeah, this isn't
but they can be
harassment.
acquaintances.
This is
And it truly
your
ended that way.
neighbor
I don't think
shutting
the
your
argument
fucking
over the
dogs
fence where they
up.
say she was recording, they're clearly being pushy during that conversation. I don't think they're afraid of her. I think if anything, we have her yelling out a window saying, shut up. And I do not think that alone meets course of conduct. And I also do not think that they're
it doesn't.
in substantial emotional distress if the last conversation that they had, they're poking her buttons. So I don't think, first of all, I don't think a protection order is necessary. I think that they're adults and can get it figured out. I think that's also asking a lot of people who come to this court. I also think it doesn't meet the legal definition, Your Honor. So I'm asking to find that. And she heard today, hey, we don't want the camera pointed. Fine, I bet it will be moved today, the camera in the tree. I don't think they really need to have any more further communication. And if so, I hope that the petitioners feel like they can knock on her door to have a conversation. And I hope that my client feels that she can knock on their door to have a conversation. I don't think we need to be here today. So based off of that and the fact that I don't believe it meets a course of conduct, nor that there's substantial emotional distress, I'm asking for Your Honor to dismiss this action.
All right, thank you. Hold on just a second.
Clearly your neighbors need to fucking move at the end of the day. Or just shut the fuck up and deal with it. It shouldn't be it should not be approved. I really don't understand people.
Mr. Langton, go ahead. You said you had something.
Oh, no, that was my father-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, so I agree with Ms. Cruz in the sense that the animal has been rehomed, so that I suspect was probably the primary instigator of the conflict between the neighbors here.
Yes.
But it doesn't seem to be the only one. It is taken on other dimensions. Of particular import to me are their statements from non-associated parties, Mr. Abersold, Mr. Slagle, and I don't know whether it's Mr. or Ms. Fenton. But you have neighbors weighing in, basically saying that their belief is that Ms. Simmons was inappropriate in her dealings with Ms. Pearson and Mr. Langton.
Nah, that's wrong.
And that tells me a lot when people who are not named parties in the case are weighing in. And if it was just one, I would be somewhat circumspect about that. But 3 different folks.
When
and
you have your
then
fucking
Mr.
neighbors
Peterson's
doing shit that you don't want to
comments about
fucking
when
do,
she
then
was over
you have to fucking say something, you
power
son of
washing the
a bitch.
driveway.
You asshole.
And Ms. Simmons,
Stupid cunt.
apparently, according to his statement, using the speaker on her camera to tell him he couldn't come back or shouldn't come back or something like that. Ms. Simmons is being too intrusive into the lives of Ms. Peterson and Mr. Langton, and because of that, I'm going to order Ms. Simmons to have no contact.
Oh, damn.
That family, Ms. Peterson, Mr. Langton, and
Damn.
I'll just go ahead and make it formal. Take that camera and the tree down. You can have your other security cameras up. That's fine. Maintain the security of your home. You're entitled to do that.
What a
but that camera
bitch.
is inappropriately placed, and you're to have no contact with them. This order, folks, will be in effect for 1 year from today's date. If you want it renewed, you have to come back to court and ask for it to be renewed. But hopefully, at this point, this will resolve this issue, and we will figure out ways. Families will figure out ways to.
Raise your right hands. Y'all swear affirm testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
All right.
Here's Judge
All right,
Manning.
Ms. Hart, start from the most recent event and work backwards and tell me what is going on. And
Let's
either of
see
you have
what
witnesses.
happened here.
No.
I have
Okay.
evidence.
Okay, you can show your evidence when it's your turn. All right, go ahead, Ms. Hart. Tell me, start with the most recent event.
Ms.
work
Hart.
backwards, and tell me what's happening.
Okay, actually, I filed for a stalker, when Toya Lee, started calling my job. So she called my job, she spoke with my boss and she started, giving false information. My boss
Damn.
called me to the office. She explained that she did speak with Miss Lee in reference to a accusation that she had stated about me. And the kids that I work with here at Atlanta Public Schools that were untrue. So my boss asked me, have I filed a report with the school system? So we have an active duty here on site who then was in the office when Miss Lee started to call the school phone. So I do have a picture of where you can see the list where she had been calling, where her number is visible. Her number is visible where she's calling the school phone and leaving messages on the school phone on my line.
Damn.
I also have numerous of calls that she have. I had to block her number where she is calling me and saying like things of nature like what she'll do to me, et cetera, et cetera. So I
Okay,
am.
so let me interrupt you. So give me a date and then to play some evidence or something as to what she did.
On December, I can tell you exactly. I think it was like around December the 14th, 15th, she called my job. The 13th of December, she called my job and left several messages as well as spoke with my principal.
Okay, let me take, okay. Do you have like voice recordings or proof that
I
she
do.
called? Okay,
I do.
can you share that with me, please?
Yes. So should I hit share screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, let's see some evidence here. Oh,
If you give it, it may take 1 second for it to share. So you gotta select what you
Oh.
want to share. They go, no, sharing, give it a second, it'll pop up.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see.
Are you able to see it?
So you gotta, okay, now you gotta open that. I'm able to see yes, but you gotta open that where it says preview. So tell me what this is.
Okay, this right here is, well, this is just one of, for evidence, she is sending friends of mine. These are not her
Okay,
friends.
so the only thing I can see is text message between the two of you. I can't see where she's text messaged someone else.
Yes, if you see, it says Wanda at the top, Wanda at the top. She sent my friends,
Okay, but I can only
okay.
see messages between you and Miss Lee, not between Miss Lee and anyone else.
Okay.
So what did she send to you?
She didn't send this to me, she sent these to my friends, so she's actually calling my friends. When she can't get in touch with me,
So tell me what she's done to you specifically. That's what I need you to.
okay,
stick
so
with.
I can go back to the other
Okay.
Golly.
emails.
This is a fucking mess. Can already tell.
Are you able to see this? Okay.
You gotta
Are you able to see this?
open that JPEG for me. The attachment, I can't see that.
You can't see it still?
No, ma'am.
How many
So,
fucking
click on
emails
it
does
again
you
to open
have?
the image.
104,000?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I will have to go back to it.
Holy hell.
Because it's only showing me, it's not showing me.
Right, so all I see is the email. I can't see,
Are you able to see that?
no, ma'am, you did it before. Maybe you want to stop sharing and try it again.
Okay.
Some
Share.
people don't know how to use Zoom.
Yeah, because I can see the physical email, but not the attachment.
Be right back,
How can I
y'all.
go out of this?
Is the attachment opening up on your side?
It is opening up on my side. Maybe if you can, maybe if you stop my share.
All right, let me see. Yeah, stop it, and then you can reshare. Hold on a second. Let me stop it. Okay, nice. Try to share again. Now tell me what you're showing me. Is it going to be something she sent you?
No, this actually was proof that she called my job. She's calling my job from where it has visible her telephone number. And I also have voicemail. Can I go to the voicemails?
Sure. Is this a voicemail from her?
Yes.
Okay, and when you play that, there'll be a little box at the bottom that says include audio. So you've got to click that so that I can hear the audio.
Okay. Are you able to hear it?
No, ma'am. Did you click the little button that said share audio? When you shared your screen, that little box at the bottom will say include audio.
I'm looking now.
Do I need to stop your share and you reshare again?
No, I'm actually looking for the box that has the audio sound.
No, it comes up when you first go to share. When you first hit share screen, it's at the bottom. So let me stop it and you can reshare again. When you go to share, it'll come up at the very bottom, which it says share, it'll say include audio.
Okay, share sound.
Okay, so you're not gonna answer the phone. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you. This is why I told you. You should have left my ass alone, okay? So you got two. I'm gonna give you. Matter of fact, we gonna play this game, right? You got two. You gonna either choose today. Remember that picture that I screenshot that you sent me that I have you pointing in that hallway? When you had that stripy shirt on with that dumbass wig that you be wearing on your head that you change motherfucker like you change the drawers once a week. You remember that picture? Because if you don't, I do. When Kristen was sitting in your lap and you said, say hi, Miss Lee. Because when I send that and show them that, they're going to say, why is this woman in Washington have a picture of a student at this school? That's where you really fucked up at. I want you to go back into your account every single month that I sent you my money, bitch. And you're going to send me back all my money. And Sean, now I'm going to put this on my dad nephew, so now I really got to do it. If you don't send my money back, I swear to God, by 8 o'clock tonight, you better go sell your pussy like you've been doing. I promise you, the lady at Harper Elementary is going to get this picture. See, that's where you fucked up at. Call me crazy psycho, so you woke the psycho up, the one that you was playing with, you were your psycho up. So now we both got a problem. Because I'm not going to threaten you. Then you lying, you going to the police on me. So now, because I'm talking too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that school that, if you think like, oh, she's crazy, I can't. That's where you fucked up at. I never got rid of that picture. I never got rid of none of your pictures. So,
Sending that picture to everybody.
fuck that, huh?
We sending that picture to everybody.
Everybody. For real. Since you were lying, say my cousin said she's friendly, all that, yeah. You motherfuckers in Atlanta is finna really see how niggas in California really is.
Oh, shit.
Y'all really not about it like that. Y'all really scared for real. With the fake ass, rent center ass motherfucking furniture y'all always collect. Every resident out there got it, including the bitches from the housewives of Atlanta. I'm serious. What you look like?
That picture is Joanna, man.
So that's actually can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. So
So-
what's the relationship between the you? Former friends?
Yeah, we were friends and we were intimate before. We were intimate several times. Didn't
Oh,
wanna
shit.
continue with the relationship. She would get upset and she would start, leaving like she would be
hell?
verbally abusive, start calling my phone, leaving. She would come to Atlanta. I have more messages and more evidence stating where she's saying that she is in Atlanta. I have it right here. I have all the messages saying that she's in Atlanta, where she called my job, where and she also if you heard you heard a second person on the line too. She had somebody in Atlanta to actually, well, if I let you hear another voicemail, you can hear where she stated that the girl is here in Atlanta. So the girl will call my phone and she stated that is this Tamika Hart? And I'm like, who is this? And she was like, do you work at the elementary school? I was like, I'm sorry, who is this? She said, don't worry about it. I'll be up there at your job. So the lady would leave all kind of voicemails. I had several people in my job. Even the officers were here when she was calling the school phone when I had to take an actual police report, a school police report. So I had to do that at the school. So he did that, and he actually did that, and that's when I went downtown. That's when he told me to go downtown to do a TPO because she's continuing harassing me and stalking me. And I have several messages and voicemails that she's continuing stating that she'll hurt me. Well, she verbally said that she'll hurt me, and that if I leave her, she's gonna make my life miserable.
Okay, but let me hear from her real quick. Go ahead, Miss Lee. Let me hear from you.
Okay, I had met Tamika Hart on December 27th off of some dating chat. So we started talking for about 3 or 4 months. I really have started caring for her and I really have loved her. So I was taking care of Tamika. Whatever she wanted, whatever she needed, whatever she asked for, I didn't mind getting it. I have Zelle account transactions that I chose to give her money out of my pocket because that's the type of person that I am when I care for somebody. So as time progressed and went on, me and her just split apart because I have a wife in jail. So I ended up going back to deal with my wife that calls me all the time in jail. Me and Tamika started back talking May the 5th, no, May the 1st, because my birthday is May the 3rd, and hers is May the 15th, I think, or the 14th. Make a long story short or whatever, I asked her what did she want. No, she asked me what I want for my birthday, and I said I wanted some Beats by Dre. So those are headphones. So she said, well, I'm gonna send you $100, but I don't have that much money. And I said, well, I'm gonna send you some money back. So for your birthday, because her birthday was something on the 14th, I was gonna buy her some shoes. So I sent her $180. So she sent me 100. So I thought about it like a few days, and I said, you know what, Tamika, you never really actually paid for my gift. I paid for my own. So as I started to see how she played off of my heart, and anytime she had her daughter come in the room one time, this is not something that's been recorded because I never knew that this would go this far. So she would have her daughter come in the room, making sure her daughter wasn't going to feed her. And then I turned around through Jared Mag and sent her $50. That's on his Zelle account. I have credit union, but he said, if you want me to pull him into
Miss Lee, what she says she wants you to leave her alone, but you won't leave her alone.
I'm not, but see, the thing is, I don't mess with her. She got on TikTok, create a whole nother profile, and she came with some lady named KCJ at 2658. As she started to take me into this Google chat app, she kept messing with me. When she kept talking to me, I was talking back to Tamika, and I never knowing it was her. So as I started to show my mama the conversation, I said, this sounds like Sean. We went to the app, found out that it was a Photoshop picture of Casey Jackson. When we found Photoshop, I said, listen, you're playing on my phone. I asked you to leave me alone. Just leave me alone, Tamika. I said this inside the chat, and I got the evidence. On December 15th, she said I came to her job, destroyed her car. On December 15th, I was here in Washington because I have a Life 360 app where it shows me on the satellite. I was at Walmart at 9:21, and I have that too. The text that I sent to Wanda, I never sent to Wanda. I sent it to Tia that we was on vacation with. And what she did was, so now she's lying in the courtroom where she just made an oath. I never had Wanda's number. So Tia took what I did 2 weeks ago. I said, she put y'all in some mess because she said that I jumped on her on that trip that she invited me on. So now she's lying and make a false police report. I called her job because I kept asking her, leave me alone. I know that you on this app. I done called your name on the app and you would answer me back in the app. Then she changed the picture again to a man's picture named James Gilbert. And she started talking to me. I said, listen here, Tamika Hart. And as I started to talk to her, she'll put laugh out loud and keep responding. I said, send one more message to this app and watch what I do when I get ready for work. She sent another message and said, text me on Hangouts. So make it make sense. And I got all of this. So if you could grant the order, but I'm also going to file for a false police report because December 15th, I was never in Atlanta. I was at 921 at Walmart. Last year in October, she said that I jumped on her. This is on a report on the protective order they got right here, right now.
Okay,
her friends never ever broke up.
Stop. All right, you said I can go ahead and grant the order. That's all I wanted to hear. Both of you place your email in the chat. We'll email you copies of the order.
And she just granted the
Once you place
order.
your emails in the
She
chat,
just
you can
fucking
both leave.
granted the order.
Whoa. What? Hold on. Hello.
Oh shit!
How do I file? This is a civil matter, so how do I file for a false police report? Because that's exactly what I'm getting ready to do next. Hello? No, go ahead, Mama. Do it. Just do it.
Damn. We are done for today. That's wild. That's wild, y'all.